The biggest campaign promises of President Trump, repealing and replacing the Affordable Care Act. He says that it is coming next month.
We're doing Obamacare. We're in final stages. We should be submitting the initial plan in March, early March, I would say. And we have to, as you know, statutorily and for reasons of budget, we have to go first. It's not like, frankly, the tax would be easier, in my opinion, but for statutory reasons and for budgetary reasons, we have to submit the health care sooner. So we'll be submitting health care sometime in early March, mid-March, and after that, we're going to come up and very well on tax reform.
Joining me now to talk more about this, Republican Congressman Bill Flores of Texas. Congressman, thanks for being with us.
Good afternoon, Kate.
Nice
Great to see you again.
I want to ask you about Obamacare and the replacement plan. We know that leadership of the Republican Party gave Republican members a document, kind of a guide to take back to their districts next week, with talking points about what you're intending to do. It says that Republicans will have a plan that ensures more choices, lower costs, and greater control over their health care. Those sound like all the same promises that President Obama made, frankly. What specifically will you do differently?
Well, let me walk you through where we are and where we'd like to go first, if you don't mind. I mean, where we are with Obamacare is a broken system where people lost their doctor, they lost their plan, and their premiums exploded. Where we want to go is to personalized medicine where people have greater access and to high-quality, affordable health care. So I think it'd be nice to give you an example of one of our Texas constituents that talks about what actually happened under Obamacare. She says, I am 60 years old and a private retired citizen. I've always had private insurance. Prior to 2016, I enjoyed a PPO, my doctors, Memorial Hermann Hospital, and MD Anderson Hospital, if I should have ever needed it. In 2016, my premiums went up. I lost my PPO, I lost my doctors, my hospital, and MD Anderson. In 2017, my premiums jumped 69% to $900 a month. I have a deductible of over $7,000. I need a knee replacement. If I have a knee replacement under Obamacare, it'll cost at least $20,000. Now, where we want to go as Republicans is we want to give every American access to a health care kit, if you will. And in this health care kit, you're going to have your insurance policy that you use for health care coverage. You'll also have access to a health savings account, and some of this could come from your own paycheck, or it could come from the tax credits that you get, or it could come from Medicaid support from Medicaid reforms that we do with states. And then you have your health care record. And so you take this, and this is what you have. It could be through your employer, or it could be through what you do as an individual. That's what we'd like to do.
I'm looking down so I can see your props, Congressman, and follow along.
Okay.
So let me break a couple things down, though. Rand Paul on the Senate side has a new plan that he's been talking about. In his plan, if you have a pre-existing condition, you would have 2 years, as I understand it, to sign up for coverage. And after that, you sort of lose your chance. And he's been explaining that over the last couple of days, that that's the only way, he says, to make it sustainable, that you can't have people, waiting forever and then getting sick and then going to try to buy into the plan, if you will. Is there something similar in what you're looking at on the House side?
We look at it differently. I mean, we do believe that pre-existing conditions need to be taken care of. And so if you use our health care kit example that I gave you before, your health care coverage would be portable. And so if let's say that you lost your job, you would be able to use your tax credits to pay for your COBRA coverage, and then use your tax credits to be able to participate in a state innovation fund funded plan for pre-existing conditions. Now, we do expect Americans to be responsible and to make sure that they don't just intentionally drop their coverage and then wait until they're sick to buy coverage back, because that's unfair to all Americans by loading the system up with costs.
So does that mean that you have to sign up initially? You can't try to join later when you get sick, or if you have an illness?
We will have guaranteed insurability. We will have no lifetime maximums. Young people will be able to stay under parents' policies to age 26, which is something that's popular today. And again, we'll cover those pre-existing conditions through the guaranteed insurability. But we will have provision for people to do the right thing and to stay covered. Not a mandate, though.
Not a mandate. But I just want to be clear on this. I'm just trying to understand. If somebody has a pre-existing condition, will they 100% have access to your health care program no matter what and no matter when, or will there be kind of a window that they have to get in on?
We're going to give them coverage, but we will expect some responsibility on their part, so that they're not jumping off of coverage and then jumping back on when they get sick. So that's the plan. Now, not everything we've got. We don't have all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed, but we do have a pretty good framework for a plan, and we're actually going to start marking it up the week after we get back from this current district work period.
So 2
and
weeks
I'm
from now.
hoping we get it done the end of March and have something for the American people to look at, hopefully before Easter. Now, the leadership of the House controls that, not me, of course.
Congressman, thanks so much. Can I ask one question real quick? Do you have any idea why Jim Comey is on Capitol Hill right now?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I wish I did, though.
Just thought I'd ask. Congressman Bill Flores of Texas, nice to have you with us. Thanks so much.
Great to talk to you, Kate.